Hello there, PC Plod. Nothing to see here. I was just protesting, and then I thought I'd... Fuck you! Phew, this day is already getting a little too much for me. I mean, this lady was so overwhelmed by everything, she fainted and died on the spot. Oh, Christ, now the butcher's after me. What did I ever do to you? Oh, man, this is not good. Absolutely everyone and their mother is out to get me now, so it's time for me to run away, hide in a tunnel, and set these homeless people on fire. Well, that was a flop. Yeah, I really should have seen that coming, shouldn't I? Gotta say, though, I had no idea that my coat was part of my own skin. Why does it look like burned flesh, freak? Here we are again, back to life like nothing happened.
Sweet.
A fresh slate, a new start, and I'm here to help this community flourish with me and my dog. Are you shooting my dog? Good job, boy! But now the rest of the police are gunning for me. My dog killed another dog. That isn't right. What else am I supposed to do here? I haven't tried every key on the keyboard yet, so what happens if I press... Did I just unzip my flies?
That's the ticket.
Ow! Zip up your pants! Oh, can it, lady? You can't tell me what to do. Here, take that! Yeah, rub it right in. It's good for your skin.
Oh, God.
How much urine does this guy have? It's just a never-ending torrent of piss. It won't stop. And the pressure behind it. Look at my aim. There's no splashes off to the side or anything. And why does it look like Sunny D? I love this game. Oh, hello. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Gangly. You know what you could do with? A drink.
That's the ticket.
Well, would you look at that? Even though I've been doing my civic duty to provide free lemonade to the public during a hot day, I got arrested. I could always try and fight my way out with some matches and tripping the fire alarm, but nah, I'm too embarrassed. There's only one right way out for me. Okay, well, I'm not happy with the way any of that turned out, so I'm going to try all of this again. And you know what the funny thing about Postal 2 is? If you want to, you don't ever have to draw your weapon or
give me money.
it. Like the box says, you have a list of errands to run, you have a shitty little life in a shitty little house with shitty little curtains, and you are left to deal with the issues however you want to. Sure, you could massacre the entire town, set them on fire, and then piss all over them to put them out, but you can equally just find all of the neighborhood dogs and feed them treats, eat all of the treats yourself.
You get out of here, R2D2 wannabe.
Patiently in a corner shop queue and
the
buy your goat's milk for the wife.
Java juice.
Damn it! Hang on, what's this? Employees only, infidels keep out. Well, why? What's in here that I shouldn't see? Look, I get that this is horrible and offensive. I know that. But it's so damn stupid! How could you not love this, Australia? Time to cash my check into the bank, I guess. And after, a few delays, I managed to get the money into my account with no sweat. But oh no! Now the police have the bank surrounded, and I don't know why. Right, time to go. I wanted my hepatitis C.
Screw you.
But I'm treating mine.
Eclipsa treats all main types of
I'm a Jedi.
whatever your type.
What you got here is a Camino saber dart.
Camino, I'm not familiar with it. Is it in the Republic?
No, it's beyond the outer rim. These Caminoans keep to themselves. They're cloners.
Cloners. No, R4. I don't recall Camino on any of the usual charts. Let's head to the archives.
One, before they realize you committed a murder. Was that the murder I saw?
I've never heard of Camino either. Let's run the coordinates Dex gave us.
Ooh!
See if we can find out more.
Whee! Whoa, too fast! Oh God!
The panic mode, and the only way out I can think of is to head to the power generators at the back of the bank, cover them in oil, set them on fire, and wait for the whole building to blow up. Oh, look at this! A river! What happens if I wee in it? Now it's Tuesday, and I have a petition that nobody is willing to sign. Would you please sign my petition? What are you doing in here? Well, fine. If none of you want to sign this form, I'll set the marching band on fire. That'll teach you. Oh, hey there, young man. Want to sign my petition? Is he getting faster? So in conclusion, were we okay with this?
Hi, young man. Would you like to sign my petition? See, we're getting faster now.
It's in 2002, but absolutely nothing else I've talked about in this video so far. No idea. Maybe during that year the UK celebrated No Pussy June, I don't know. And you know what else
No Pussy
Australia initially
June,
banned
Todd.
outright, but we managed to get totally uncensored on GameCube and Xbox? BMX XXX, which, if you search for footage on YouTube for, means you'll end up typing BMX XXX Xbox. And this is why spacebars are very important, otherwise you'll end up going for a drink at the Three-Ums. And this game is particularly special because it's the first one we've seen so far with a special parental advisory sticker on the case, specifically because of its inclusion of extremely vulgar dialogue, actual footage of real-life nudity, and totally topless bikers that you can play as. BMX XXX takes the sport back to where it all began. On the street, in the street, and all over the street. Yeah, there's so much street in this game, you can't handle the street. We're in the street, on the street, under the street, over the street, inside the street. We are so inside the
Down the
street.
street.
We're fornicating with it. We are so deep inside the street. We were conceived and birthed from it. It's harder, it's faster, and it's got XXX rated gameplay written all over it. With hookers, pimps, wackos, and dogs on heat. If you want hardcore, look no further.
The younglings.
Do you want dogs?
You're Anakin, I need...
To play the... Yeah. Do you want dogs on heat?
What?
That play the booby biker game. Creator Rider. BMX's state-of-the-art Creator Rider empowers you to build virtually any type of male and female from head to toe. Yeah, exactly. That's the key word we're looking at here. Empowers. This is such an empowering video game. I mean, take a look at this bonus FMV clip of a random broad in a strip club, and you tell me that's not empowering. Speaking of, it's time for us to create our rider. And our default... Our default character is a man with a thumb for a head. I know you can't really improve on perfection, but I've got to at least try. I've got to go the full hog here, so here we go. Overweight man with a six-pack and lingerie, but that's not what you're here to see, is it? No. You're here to see 2002 original Xbox breeds, aren't you? Okay, fair enough. So let's go back to Creator Rider, find a female rider, and see what we can do. There's no topless option? What? But I wanted to see a pair of 12-polygon breeds! One of the main controversial selling points of this game nearly 20 years ago was that it had bare honkers in it, and you can't even let me have that right out of the gate? Well, fine. I didn't want to do this exactly, but if you're not going to let me do that, then you've given me absolutely no choice but to pick the stupidest option from every single category of the creation menu. Everyone, meet
That's
Windy, the queen of messing herself and sitting in it. Now, it's time to ride the bike. Oh my God.
Kai Woodwick. Wait, what?
I know the bus go in a certain order according to the story, but I just like matching them to the pictures.
Perhaps you wish to hear a story of the Jedi trial. The rounding of the Vulcans was so competitive. Dooku came in first place, though he did so by cheating. No surprises there. Obi-Wan managed to surpass his own master, Qui-Gon Jinn. But neither of them could be Ki-Adi-Mundi, who just missed out on first, because the judge failed to count the bog wings that nested on his head. Master Yoda spent most of his time negotiating with the Bogwings, but failed to catch a single one, so he came in dead last. Which was a relief to Mace Windu, who only managed to catch one, and that was only because it flew into a window. That's the tale. Let me know if you'd like to hear it again. What do you think you're doing?
So... This is Mace Windu. I'm trying to get money. Qui-Gon's over. Qui-Gon.
Be careful with those.
Then there's me. And I go over here. Count Dooku goes over here. Yoda's there. I am here. Qui-Gon. What did I just say? You go there. You go there. Qui-Gon Jinn not listening to me. Getting a Kyber do like the old hand.
Come on, Windy, do a manual. Ooh. Oh wait, no, I can't leave the level. Turn around, Windy, turn around. You know what? I don't even care that we didn't get to see 2002 video game Breach. This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. You ever seen a half-naked skinny woman fall off of a BMX and immediately turn into a bridge? Well, now you have. Stairs? Who needs stairs? We've got facial hair and a nappy. Stairs don't apply to us. Okay, Windy, time for a backflip. Oh no, Windy, your beautiful legs. Okay, so to be fair, Australia did eventually get this game with all of the sex references and vulgar content removed. But that wasn't until way later when all of the controversial hype already died down. So, at the end of the day, what you're left with, at the core, is a BMXing game. And that's a shame because the game is shit. As it turns out, BMX XXX Xbox was originally supposed to be the third game in the Dave Mirra freestyle BMX franchise before Dave Mirra himself caught on how tasteless and terrible the final game was going to be and threatened to sue Acclaim unless all mention of him or implications he endorsed it were removed. And that explains everything for why I hate playing this, because I don't like the Dave Mirra games. They're just a slower, stiffer and more restrictive Tony Hawk to me. And that's when they work properly. But that's the thing with BMX XXX. It's based on a game I already don't like, and it doesn't work properly. Grinds cancel out for absolutely no reason at all. Grinds randomly don't activate for no reason at all. The camera is too close to you, meaning you get stuck in between the ramps for no reason at all. You fall off your bike randomly for no reason at all. The camera is too close to you, meaning you get... It's absolutely unplayable. And I know this is my fault, but I'm starting to get sick of looking at this overgrown, skinny clown baby, so surely there has to be a way for us to see what else is hiding on this disc. Aha! The cheat menu. Perfect. Unlock absolutely everything, and just for the hell of it, extra bouncy crash mode. Time to go back to Creator Rider, and let's see if this time we can get... What? Yeah, sorry about the pixelation. I don't want YouTube to take this video down entirely, but trust me, you can see them. And they have a huge vein, and with this newfound menu. Perfect. Unlock absolutely everything, and just for the hell of it, extra bouncy crash mode. Time to go back to Creator Rider, and let's see if this time we can get... What? Yeah, sorry about the pixelation. I don't want YouTube to take this video down entirely, but trust me, you can see them. They have a huge vein with this newfound power at my disposal. Here is my newest creation. Everyone, meet Rough Windy. If she was road legal, she'd be all-wheel drive. And don't worry, everyone, just in case you really wanted to, you can adjust the size of her chest. Except it doesn't change the size of her chest at all. It just inflates the bones above them instead, because I'm sure somebody finds that hot. So what happens when you let loose a...
I have no thoughts. An Elden Ring speed one? Wait, how the fuck would you speed an Elden Ring?
D-Dubs is the only place you can get it, my boy. Kind of like Chicago being the only place where someone hit 14 threes. Told you he was gonna bring it up. Hey, you better let it go, man. Oh, I did. 14 beautiful times. Not that anybody's counting.
Patreon? It's bad version you had. Yeah, that one.
Oh god, Elden Ring! I heard this game's harder than Shadow the Hedgehog. Holy Jesus, what's that thing? Are you God?
No, I'm just a Souls veteran.
Hey, jump down there and I promise you won't die. It's a tutorial, I swear.
Like I need that. Good one.
Oh, hello, you're maidenless.
Like I need one anyway. Feels like home.
Ooh, I'm a spooky leveling up girl.
Don't need it, bye. Classic From Software, just run past all these goons. Bada 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 bing bing, bada boom boom, bada bang bang. Backstab shield, backstab shield, backstab, backstab, backstab shield. Ah, first boss, easy. What, that, just got caught out, I think. Let me try again. I mean, it's not even that hard. I mean, it's fourth time lucky. For God's sake, I didn't even get to a second phase that time. Can I level up, please?
Excuse me.
Can I please level up?
I can't hear you.
Please just let me level up. I need it.
Okay, loser. Also take this horse.
Woohoo!
Okay, loser. Also take this horse. Ah, nice, a horse. Dang it, my horse. It's dead. It ran into a wall and fucking died.
This is awesome! Wow, I mean, there's a telescope in this oh, what? Whoa, it's like a weird, little check. Whoa, what the heck? Well, that was fucking awful. Wait, is your name Patches by any chance? That's me! It's a giant enemy. For God's sake.
I am not called Jesus. I am called Dragon Jesus.
What? Just die.
I'm just going.
I don't know how I got here.
Dragon
I don't know
Jesus.
where I am.
Just die.
I want to leave as soon as possible. Well, I guess I'm high enough level now to destroy this Margit guy, so... How am I doing worse now? I mean... Focus! Just focus! Just summon another player. No! Don't summon! You're better than this. There's no better way to beat a boss. You beat it or you don't. Every win is a win. Don't listen to him. He's just a noob. You've got to do it solo, offline, no help. But a game's supposed to be fun. You've got to play it your own way. And let's be honest, you're pretty bad at these games anyway. He's right about that. But I've beaten all of them. Yeah, by over-leveling and summoning people in those games. Hey, whoa, do not expose me like that, please. Look, I don't need help, okay? Okay, I might need a little bit of help. Summon, here we go, Unga Bunga. Who's this guy?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay. Let's do this.
Hello. Hello.
What is going on? What are you doing? Hello?
Hello.
No, I didn't mean it in that way. Do something!
Hello.
For God's sake. Why can't I do this? It's not even hard. That's what your mum said. Well, she didn't, did she? So, she might have done. She didn't. Oh, because I just do it. This is the most pointless conversation ever. So why are you still doing it then? I don't know, I'm just learning it. Look, this isn't going to defeat me. I'm going to explore some more. I'm going to get some ashes. I'm going to level up my swords. No more see who's king. Let's do this! I think I'm ready. Prepare to meet your demise, Fine, I'll summon someone again.
Oh, it's you from the start of the game. I just beat Margit. Do you want some help, sir?
Oh, that's why I have so much fun when I play that game. If I ever play that game, have so much fun. Y'all don't think it would make me want to fucking die. Somewhere in my room I have Dark Souls.
He looks like one of those balls you get out of like a 25-cent machine at a store.
It's me, Senko. I'm gonna go into the ring. Oh, fuck, I broke my jaw. It's me, Senko. I'm gonna go this up. My jaw.
How about this? How about Stone Cold sends you off the ropes? What?
How about Stone Cold sends you off the ropes? Whee! With the foot. SpongeBob Chun Bucket AU.
Childhood shouldn't be spoiled by bedwetting. Good nights have 40% more protection versus bleeding training pants. So kids can wake up awesome. Awesome days start with good nights.
Another pointless day.
Oh, how cute! Wait till I find that little bag.
Morning, Mr. Plankton.
SpongeBob, what are you doing here early?
I always go with Squidward for his morning walk. But what seems to be the problem, Mr. Plankton?
Some lower food chain scoundrel thought it'd be funny to do this!
Vandalism, and to choose the chum bucket as the target.
No, you fool! Too early in the morning to get angry, Sheldon. SpongeBob, why don't you look at the word it makes? No! Hear it coming from you makes it even worse. Just do your job and wash the paint off, moron.
You got it, sir.
I actually want to know what word it said. Most likely Cumberbatch.
Okay, pal. I'll let you look around this one time. Just don't tell nobody it was me, got it? Thanks, Gumshoe. It should not be this hard to get into a crime scene.
I know, we're lawyers. We should be able to investigate whenever we want.
Wait, hold on. We're not lawyers, Maya. I'm the lawyer.
Oh, come on, Nick. I'm like an honorary lawyer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have a badge? Did you pass the bar? Did you go to law school?
Nick, I've seen you in court. Are you sure you went to law school?
Hey, Miss Law Expert. You do realize you're standing on the evidence right now, right?
Yeah, nice try, Nick. There's no way I'd... Oh my god.
Well, hey, good luck beating the obstruction charge, Miss Honorary Lawyer.
That was funny.
Grouse!
Grouse! I like Scott the Woz, he's funny. Anything Scott the Woz says can make me laugh.
Space chips. No! I feel pretty good about this. This is shovelware. You know, I've already taken a look at roughly 50 pieces of shovelware titles on the Wii, which means we have roughly 1,400 more to go. You know, it's hard to classify as shovelware. Like, is it just a bad game? Well, no, I think it's basically a video game whose mere existence is to be on a store shelf and nothing more. Walmart thinks, oh, we're out of milk, fill the space with Chicken Shoot. To think of all the chicken slaughter games on Wii. I already played Chicken Shoot. You wouldn't know it because I'm not dead, damn it. So let's try another in the genre. Chicken Blaster by Zoo. Well, what sets Chicken Blaster apart from the rest of the genre? Only 5 letters. Chicken Blaster. I've never seen this game, and coincidentally, I've never lived. Oh, 3D environments. Wow, it's so realistic. It truly feels like I'm gutting a fucking duck. When you blast the chickens, do they die, or are they just fainting? No, it is canonical. These chickens are being slaughtered. Play the role of a chicken farmer whose birds have gone haywire and save the farm from shooting these mad chickens. I mean, I know what I meant once. I don't really know what's better here. I mean, with Chicken Blaster, 3D environments, you move between different areas. But that's the whole game. There's nothing else. It's just go for the high score in these areas, you're done. Chicken Shoot at least has the catch and egg minigame going for it as a bonus, and I prefer killing these chickens because there's less of a moral reason to kill them. However, neither one of these games really satiates my lust for a AAA kill the chicken experience. I'm just sick of the chicken genre being so loud. Why can't I get a quality game where you can pick a bird's ass? I'd say Chicken Shoot is the better option here. But while Chicken Blaster has 4 crazy chicken bosses to fight, Chicken Shoot just has more substance. Although I feel like the box arts for these games should have been swapped. They meant to be opposing game art styles more. I might hate chickens, but I'm a big supporter of the pheasant movement. I just want people to take it seriously, you know? Well, yeah. They aren't a fad. This is Pheasants Forever Wing Shooter, featuring pheasant, quail, duck, turkey, and grouse. Grouse! They got the whole band back together. Apparently, Pheasants Forever is promoting the conservation of the birds. So let's count. Well, that's the most surprising thing I've seen all day. Pick a location. The bottom one has Dark Matter all over the place, and I also never took a man named Owen Field. I'll just go with the first course. We get fun facts on the loading screen. Every gun as if it were loaded. This is funnish. If anybody sees these birds in your neighborhood, run. And here we are. This is Pheasant Forever Wing Shooter. You kill pheasants. I think the game matters. They nailed it. Now, is it better than Chicken Blaster? I don't got a question about most points in matter. I'll say it is. I think the inclusion of grass road pushes it over the edge. The winner was big on Thursday. You would have ultimate duck hunt.
I'm sure it's easier to aim.
Yeah. 70% of this cover it isn't a duck, though. What are you shooting at? The duck's right there. Just step on it.
Come on, I just need one more. And I got him! Yes!
Kill that duck.
I got 2,000 studs. I got so many studs and a new character. Anything else to do, game? I already did you. I already did. Oh wait, is that something?
That seems to a hunting game. I wouldn't want to do that farm. You know what? I don't even want to buy it. The lack of grouse is really bugging me. How about we try Ultimate Duck Hunting? They accidentally bought this game twice. Apparently this game got reprinted by Zoo with new art. At least this box is more duck hunting related, but man, the duck's right there, just spit on it! Outside of that, I believe it's the exact same game, and unlike the previous Bird Murder game, this one's far more simulation based. It's all about making you truly feel like you're about to kill some ducks. Gotta train my dog and put some decoys out, start using duck balls. I couldn't kill a single duck. I'm about to fucking lose it. Ultimate Duck Hunting is in that weird place where it's incredibly low quality, but the developers tried to make it as in-depth and realistic as possible. Now the problem is, with the budget they had, they should have gone for a chicken blaster type deal. If you're gonna do a simulation title, you need the budget to make an actual simulation title. That's why Ultimate Duck Hunting is going down here. Now, Ultimate Duck Hunting, none of the better. You can adjust your dog's stats. I figured a speed. You know what? I got time and a lust for blood. North American Hunting Extravaganza. Yes, Hunting Extravaganza.
And it's done. Boom, easy.
Experience. Play Chicken Blaster, man. What kind of a statement is that? The Wii was overflowing with hunting games. The fact headline is almost identical to Pheasants Forever. They game against fowls such as pheasant, duck, grouse. Grouse? You know what? I'm intrigued.
Grouse?
Is to kill a skunk. I can sprint after it. I'm gonna get that skunk. That skunk is my gun. I have to reload it by cocking the Wii remote like a gun, but it barely works. Why can't I just flick it or something? No, it has to be a cocking motion. So many Wii games are ruined by motion controls that are too complex for the system to recognize consistently. Just made this a waggle motion, or better yet, have you hit a
grouse?
You know what? North American Hunting Extravaganza is better than Ultimate Duck Hunting and Ultimate Duck Hunting, but not much more. I might as well finish up the hunting games I have on me with Deer Drive.
Grouse.
Hunting season is open. Big time. I know. Another miss. You kill the deer. It's pretty much a version of Pheasants Forever where you don't kill
grouse.
So it's worse than
I like that word. Damn.
On the Wii all look and feel the same. I wish there was a game that spoke to the country boy inside me a bit more.
I thought I was missing something too.
Pirate Island from the folder to Egypt and from inside the pyramid, they are looking to time for the medieval times and returning by UFO back in time again. Give me a cigarette after reading a paragraph. Not even a paragraph. That final bit was one whole sentence. What does the manual say? Well, we have a solid recap of the story. And the farm animals want more out of life than just a farm, so they start a parading tournament. Billy Beats, Lightning Baby Frog, in quotes, Billy Berry, the Simon Buckley Cool, Billy Cool with his sunglasses, decides to join for reasons only the mythical Billy Cool knows. And of course, Crazy Cat Billy Slick decides to join the party because otherwise there is no one left at the farm for him to harass or oppress. What's your character's special ability? Oppression. Well, the game itself, not nearly as interesting as everything else around it. I've played worse. It's not good, but I've played worse. Apparently there's this other Calvin Tucker game, Calvin Tucker's Midnight Jamboree. These are pretty much completely unrelated games outside of the Calvin Tucker branding. But can you even consider this branding? Who is Calvin Tucker? I've seen this game box at a few stores. This one, I've only seen once, and it mesmerized me. I had to buy it. I think these are the only two Calvin Tucker games, so can't wait for the next one. Calvin Tucker and the Busters. This is the best game I've played so far. I don't even know what the official title is. Here's the front cover. The spine just calls it Redneck Farm Animal Racing Tournament. The title screen just calls it Calvin Tucker's Farm Animal Racing. I'll just call it better than Pheasants Forever. You know what? I'm in a racing mood now. Let's try out Monster Trucks Off-Road. Wait, that's familiar. No! Every time I think of the last of the design games, there's always more that pop up. I already played Monster Trucks Arenas. This is the same damn thing, but we're going off road now. The menus are the same as all of Beta Design's other remakes. The game is pretty much the exact same as Monster Trucks Arenas. The back of the box is the same template as Beta Design's other work.
The monster retired sometimes works under the success things provides superior side effects. It was Number one Korean person recommended mineral-based sunscreen brands. Parabens? No. Fragrances? No. Mineral zinc oxide? Heck yeah. Shop now.
I hope they're not talking about you then. These clothes.
That being said, I've never played this in North American Humming Extravaganza. This is a shocking kind of bad, and this is just bad. There's a difference. You know what, I can do better than these guys. I'm gonna play Building Race and make my own damn game. I'm gonna put a soccer field right here.
I would very much like to witness you.
Stop driving them over the thing, but you built around the idea of creating your own race tracks. The track editor is funky as hell and an eyesore. You couldn't share your tracks online even back when we games were online. Now, there have been way better options out there, not only these level clears, but racing games in general. But David and Mira give you a better challenge. Because it's space. Now, I didn't get this game too. Time to increase my monster energy drink gauge to do something. I never filled it. So much doing tricks and boosting meter up. Oh, I played Detonator BMX Challenge. I feel more deserved by failing. That's funny. I never had the itch to drink a monster now. The store was fresh out. I subbed it out with kerosene. The people who played Detonator BMX Challenge wear Carhartt jackets in April and spend way too long in high school bathrooms. So, a little worse than Chicken Blaster. See, but is that really all bad? I mean, comparing this to ATV Quad Kings, it's way more entertaining than that. Quad Kings has a major flaw. I selected French as my language and now I can't understand anything. It's functional, but it's just a boring BMX challenge without the fun physics. It gives me severe deja vu with a handful of other games I've already played. I'd rather play Monster Truck Off-Road. This is more competently made, but this is more of a spectacle. Speaking of spectacle, pizza delivery boys. Let's get into this story. Oh. Okay. Looks like this pizza restaurant needs some fresh blood. They hire a pizza delivery boy to make pizzas. I just ride a bike. I tell you, this isn't unlike Paperboy mixed with Crazy Taxi.
He's come to check on our progress.
Your clones are very impressive. You must be very proud. Huh? Who hired you for this job?
I was recruited by a man called Tyrannus. Do you like your army?
I look forward to seeing them in action. Thank you for your time, Django.
Always a pleasure to meet a Jedi.
I have a strong feeling that this bounty hunter is the assassin we're looking for.
Dang, it seems like he might be a villain. Who could have guessed?
That's not even my short little right here. I can't get them without tweaking.
Where did you put that thing where you put pretty much all my PS4 discs into?
PS4.
Yes. Because PS4 games work on the PS5.
Turn on your light.
Okay. And also, apparently Jango Fett is evil. Who would have guessed? Just a guy who's a bounty hunter would be evil. I'm very surprised.
Okay. One, get this place out of here.
I was going to.
That's garbage too, because you broke it. No. These are going to get broke. Hi, box. There's some more games. Pizza. Dirty clothes.
Ow.
Money.
Oh, money. Ooh, money. I got money.
Dirty socks. Box.
A nice box that we can't throw away.
No wonder it stinks. Got nasty socks everywhere.
Huh.
You just missed it, boo.
What? You covered it with more stuff?
No,
There it is.
I had a handful of gray hair that I just pulled out of my head. Huh. I was like, look at this. I'm showing John. And he's like, where were those? Garbage.
Okay.
I was like, in my hair? Just imagine.
Well, that's not garbage. That has hands.
I was like, just imagine what I cannot see right now in the back of my head. And I can't find my tweezers because some little kid likes to grab my tweezers for some fucking reason. There's more dirty clothes on the floor. There's more dirty clothes.
I know. Time to see what games I have in here, because I know I have pretty much all my Xbox 360 games in here, but I don't remember what's my Nintendo 4 games, PS4 games. That's what it's called, not the Nintendo 4 Deluxe Edition. So, this is, I'm going to say alphabetically number thing, so Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Black Ops 2, Call of Duty 2 Special Edition, Call of Duty Black Ops, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, I can play that, Lego Dimensions, Lego Marvel, UFC, The Sims 3, Street Fighter 5, 4 Ultra, Disney Infinity, Lego Batman 2, DC Superheroes, WWE 2K16, Mortal Kombat Complete Edition, Mortal Kombat vs. DC, Minecraft Story Mode. That was not a very good game. Silver Star Edition of Sniper Elite Version 2, Skylanders Superchargers, all WWE All Stars, Lego Marvel Avengers. Is that all? And then just nothing. Then we got WWE 2K15, WWE Battlegrounds, Hello Neighbor, Mortal Kombat XL, Plants vs. Zombies, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, Subnautica, Skylanders Superchargers, and to finish it off, Dark Souls 2, there it is, Spyro, Mark McMorrison is Infinite Air, and WWE 2K19. I now have Hello Neighbor. I have to stream that before the second game comes out, because I need to finish at least one game I like before its sequel comes out. That's my rule. And Hello Neighbor 2 comes out this November. God damn it.
Yeah, it's definitely the best game I've played so far. I played this game for dozens and dozens of seconds. It's actually not that bad.
Let's check in here.
Garbage genre. As a 10-year-old kid, I liked the idea of eventually working a job like this. I wanted to work at an ice cream shop, and then I realized I wasn't cut out for that, so Pizza Delivery Boy would allow me to live out my minimum wage dreams. Since I'm value in this game as a cute little title,
you stole my fucking wife.
Calvin Tucker barely has a 4, so there you go. I think it's about time we go on the family game campaign. Calvin Tucker barely has a 4, so there you go. I think it's about time we go on the family game.
Hey, you're not allowed to hurt me because you stole my fucking wife.
Games are the whole family. Although Pirates Hunt for Blackbeard Cody, designed and developed first for Wii. People saying, I'll wait for the 360 version. The fighting game has a lot of potential as long as it's not a minigame collection with only 5 minigames. Well, thank God we have Pirates versus Ninjas Dodgeball instead. Half of the time, these pieces of shovelware could actually be tolerable, but they just put all of their effort into the wrong places. Like, why are there so many playable characters? Why can't I customize my character? What's the point of any of that if I can only play as these guys in 2-minute-long minigames? Why do I have to select which team I want to be a part of when I'm playing by myself? No matter what I choose, a random character is going to be assigned to me. It doesn't affect what I do in the game. What's the point? Why do I have to click through pages to read how to play the minigame? You couldn't have consolidated this all to one screen? It would have been easier to remember the controls that way. And then the controls themselves. These controls. Just waving my remote around randomly. There's no point to this. If there were like 20 minigames, sure. There are only 5. It's better than Ultimate Duck. I'm proud of this being a Wii exclusive. What, did Nintendo really prod Activision for an exclusive Wii game? So they went, you know what would be funny? This game encompasses so much of what I despise about poor quality minigame collections. There's nothing wrong with party games or minigame collections in general.
It's still on too.
They always have the most horrible descriptions on each game's controls. Look at Mario Party. See how simple that explanation is? It's all on one screen. You don't have to thumb through an atlas. And then the load times. Like, what's the point of having bite-sized minigames if it takes this long to load? Only 5 minigames at that? Well, Charmed Girls Club Pajama Party has over 30 minigames. I couldn't think of anything else better to do at a pajama party than having a pajama party. What's a party name? It's so political. And yeah, it's a party game where you can customize your girl. I miss when we were killing ducks. Play a minigame, here's a 40-second long loading screen. Here's our next minigame.
I love that minigame.
It's still better than Pirates. Oh god, the blank games genre. Basically taking the success of Wii Sports and saying, let's make our own themed minigame collection. This one based on games you play around the neighborhood. Just go outside! Neighborhood Games was published by THQ, Duck as I like to call them. THQ was always interesting. They'd either make total f***ing garbage or something pretty decent. Guess what Neighborhood Games is? No thinking, just guess. Do it. No thoughts.
Complete fucking garbage.
Neighborhood Games? Do it. Do it. What is it? Where's the deer track? Damn it! What's the story here? Well, it's the 10th of the month. Let's get one outside. Zane, these controls are horrible. Can't throw anything for the life of me. They just wig out. Only a few games are available from the start. The rest of the 24 I have to unlock over time. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt that some of those games are tolerable, but in the meantime, let's try medieval games. Look at that. It has the same startup screen as Pheasants Forever, except it's a dragon, not a peasant. Oui, que sur le grand tonnerre medieval. Can't speak Spanish, so you know I don't know if that's French or not. ZeniMax made this? Well, of course, everybody has rough patches where they make something they're not necessarily proud of. This barely missed that patch. Yeah, it's the announcer from Mario Party 8 if you looked weird. Alright, we played through a variety of minigames with constant freezing, frame drops, loading times, and sexy characters. These are my main problems with medieval games. It's more similar to something like Mario Party with the types of minigames. You can have a board game mode. I think this is nearing the top of the list so far, just barely edging out Cabin Cup. You can tell it's of a high enough quality to be considered nearing Pizza Delivery Boy levels of greatness. So I tried medieval games, why not Spy Games Elevator Mission? The title of Spy Games implies this is a spy-based minigame collection, of course with all of them having to do with elevator missions. I would have preferred Elevator Games Spy Mission. No, this is a first-person shooter where you go through hallways, shoot goons, and get to the elevator. It's just the same thing over and over. Just they were going for an old-school Wolfenstein 3 type build. That was because Wolfenstein 3 was released in 1992. Spy Games is a joke. What kind of title is this? It's so much hope for the elevator-based spy minigame genre. It all ended up being was better than Pirates! Space Camp. There's even one countries in space. My first time to see the theater of all the kids games in Space Camp. Some kind of simulation title like Curve. No, it's a minigame collection. They're called the Space Camp Party. And camp prizes where we sleep. Space doesn't have a curfew. This is a fairly higher quality piece of shovelware. There's not a lot to it, but it's okay at what it does, and it puts it ahead of neighborhood games. BMX Challenge is still above it. It truly had moments. Like the concept of a space camp game is interesting, but when it's just another minigame collection, well, I'm sorry, but this is the minigame that they hear, and it gets a bit nuts. I'm not all too thrilled with what I've experienced so far. I have less faith in humanity.
Wow.
Like I once did. So I'm removing my shower curtain. There's nowhere to hide when you're in this apartment. Pool party
Damn it.
is probably impossible to mess up. Well, what was it?
I want to go to his apartment and cry in the shower curtain.
Hang on, son. We're moving to the asteroid field. Then we'll have a couple of surprises for you.
Stand by. This is going to be a bumpy ride. Surround yourself. Got you now.
Hey y'all, Scott here. I want to see what having a personality was like, so let's go look at now. Here, this is a sample fitting. Huh, these guys have a secret, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. Why everybody who plays Donkey Kong Terrible Blast absolutely... Christ. Everyone. 2007 year. Humanity was content with anything but generals. But then, scholars considered a new point. When large portions of society stopped using their thumbs for abstinence, they lost their virginity. Starting their abstinence, these converts formed a new group of humanity, what we now call people. These numbers have been growing at a sexual pace. It's not because they like it. There's so much disease, overpopulation, and marriage caused by sexual activity. So why do they do it? Distracted from Donkey Kong Feral Blast that fulfilled their destiny and fell into darkness. But, like it happened, that one chosen virgin who breaks the curse of Feral Blast, used the giving to defeat the monster from within, all while abstaining from sex and restoring virginity to our world. Society may have lost its virginity, but I'm here to find it. I have two duties today. Beat Barrel Blast and not have sex. Let that world piece to the list.
Yeah!
The beginning of the end. So let's talk about Donkey Kong. My hearing's not until 10. Picture this. Nintendo floundering. How? Prior to the 1980s, Nintendo would experiment with all kinds of business ventures, but tourism games are always a constant. That's a fact. But once video games and arcades became the latest fad, Nintendo knew they had to take a crack at it with PVR Red, Block Fever, Computer or Television. Okay, the game Radarscope was a monumental flop in America. Take those machines and make a new game out of them, and that is how we got to the point. The original Donkey Kong from the arcade, Smash Hit born out of 1981, was one of the first platformers that we know them today, which is just one of the many reasons behind its importance. This was the game that solidified Nintendo as a titan in gaming. Miyamoto is starting game design and direction, the game that introduced the most iconic video game character, basically fictional character of all time. Jumpman. Never just accept this as an icon of society. Mario's first appearance. Jumpman, got me 2 for 1 here with icons. Instead I found it strange how you didn't play as a particular character, and instead of called Donkey Kong Nintendo, use the room play as an ape when you play as an ape. All DK does is plan himself, but what's strange how you didn't play as an ape when you play as an ape. All DK does is plan himself to top the speakers and throw barrels at you. These formal creatures and more. And all these characters are based on the archetypes that cast of Popeye in addition to taking heavy breaks to Tom. But we're not here to argue whether Donkey Kong was places or not. We're here to agree. Regardless, Donkey Kong was a enormous success. Without it, we would not have until one Donkey Kong. We're going now with a successful property, and we're learning that it's never too early to start giving up Donkey Kong Jr. Screenplay is Donkey Kong's son who is bent with saving Donkey Kong from Mario. It's all the same idea of just little shots, but I think this one has a lot more strategy involved in terms of how to get there the quickest while racking up a high score. While Junior did well, it didn't do as well as the original Donkey Kong. So take this, make a multi-billion-dollar franchise out of it, and take this, and just take it. While Mario spun off into his own franchise, the Donkey Kong series introduced Stanley the Bugman. A warning sign if I've ever seen one. Donkey Kong 3 is a vertical shooter where Stanley shoots bug spray into Donkey Kong ass, Donkey Kong's Donkey Kong ass, Donkey Kong ass. Get Donkey Kong to the top of the screen while shooting all the bees. Suffice to say, most players were not interested in bee-based software. Couple that with this releasing in 1983 right alongside the video game crash and just straight up not being anything like the previous Donkey Kong games, and Donkey Kong 3 killed the franchise, just like any Donkey Kong 3 would. Any series that's tried it, it never worked out. Afterwards, the DK series is relegated to re-releases and Donkey Kong Jr. Math, the sign of any healthy franchise. But then, a decade after Donkey Kong 3, Nintendo revived and rebooted the series with Donkey Kong Country, evolved by the studio Rare. It didn't evolve the arcade gameplay, rather it took the character of Donkey Kong, made him the protagonist, and built new worlds, characters, and a standardized style of gameplay to make this more of an actual series, rather than flavor of the month, spray this monkey's ass with bug spray. I'll take chocolate. Your villains were the Gremlins. You had a whole Kong family, including Donkey Kong's new sidekick, Diddy Kong. You had some of the most impressive graphics on a console up to that point. Donkey Kong Country was a massive success. And every massive success leads to a sexual revolution. Donkey Kong Country 2, 3, Game Boy side games, Donkey Kong Land 1, 2, and 3, Donkey Kong 64, bringing the series to the TV for the first time ever, all developed by Rare. Donkey Kong was finally signed to be treated like the Mario series with all this support. But even when that series was just a spin-off of Donkey Kong, this season was the spin-off itself in the form of Donkey Mario, Mario Golf, Mario Tennis, Mario Kart. So with all of these new games taking place in a world cracked for expansion, the series by Donkey Kong continues to spin-off of its own. And in 1997, and the Diddy Kong Racing. Donkey Kong doesn't appear at all in this game. In fact, fundamentally, no Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Country elements appear outside of Diddy Kong himself. But you made this whole ass new world in the country games and the racing games spin-off feature Crunch. The fucking can't kill the fans. Hey, Diddy Kong Racing was an excellent kart racer. One match to some surpassed Mario Kart 64. You can tell that by all the sequels it got. And it was still developed by Rare. They did all the Donkey Kong related stuff back then. But into the GameCube generation, they were poised to make getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order, make a sub above.
Bad news. That was the time to be biodegradable and we can't change the launch date. Then, now that all our teams use Felix and it works, there's not much to think about. But we're having trouble getting go of how we used to handle things.
That threw a wrench in the plan is one of the most human studio acquisitions of all time. Microsoft buying Rare. Possible for them to continue being developers of Donkey Kong, assuming they were owned by Nintendo right. For anyone that this is one of Nintendo's biggest wonders, outside of Donkey Kong, they're called GoldenEye, Banjo-Kazooie? Well, the thing is, look at this only biggest thing in their future, which is Rare. No, and I Nintendo owns 40% company at the time, the real mention of that they developed on the 23 expensive flat out the city. And they never said no. They bought NDQ 10 years later. They made Beat Spider. Even though they supposedly made some good Spider games, like Activision was throwing offers around, it's just the fact that they allowed their company for them to be purchased by competitors in the first place. They didn't value their work as much. I mean, Rare made like half the Nintendo 64 library. He bought. Welcome back to Nintendo makes good choices. There did have some Donkey Kong projects in the time. A lot of spin-offs actually. It was Donkey Kong Coconut Crackers, a puzzle game for Game Boy Advance, and Diddy Kong Pilot, a Game Boy Advance successor to Diddy Kong Racing. Microsoft was vague, Rare to make GameCube games. It's still the Game Boy Advance because Microsoft only makes the GameCube market. So, hang on, it was the pants. And 9 months later, it was born. These are reworked versions of those Donkey Kong projects. Coconut Crackers became Diddy Kong Pilot became Banjo Pilot. But there was a big one that never saw the light. Donkey Kong Racing for Game. This seems to be the logical evolution of Diddy Kong Racing, offering far more Donkey Kong Country elements, cannibal fight in those games taking place in jungle sections. But of course, this was canceled after Rare acquisition. They think if you rework it into a few different projects, not that DK Legends or Xbox and Xbox 360, but that never works. It's not Donkey Kong Racing. It's Earl. All these projects are recreated or canceled. Let's collaborate again via the Donkey Kong Country re-releases for GBA. Yeah, sure, we can still be friends. You'll just hear me and my new boyfriend all the time. Rare developed these ports, so there was some wiggle room for them to work on Nintendo games. Maybe they could make some brand new portable DK titles. Tell me when. The 2000s! Listen, I'm just throwing it out there. Bad era for Donkey Kong. Economic recession. Without its key developer of the past decade, I think Nintendo didn't really know what to do with this thing. To be honest, if you had the keys to this kingdom, you wouldn't either. So, let's get weird. All according to plan. The most well-known Donkey Kong project from the 2000s has to be the Donkey Konga series. Rhythm games for the GameCube developed by Namco, specifically because of their work on the Taiko Drum Master games. I mean, comparing the two, they're very similar. But where Donkey Konga differs is its use of, well, that, and the DK Bongos accessory. Sure, you can play Donkey Konga with a regular controller. You can also brush your teeth with mice. And it was designed around the DK Bongos. That game clapped along to the music, and was a gimmicky yet very novel spin-off idea for DK. Like Bongos were trademarked of the series ever since that first arcade game. That whole self-featured character from the Donkey Kong Country series. Diddy Kong Racing may have been the better Donkey Kong spin-off, but Donkey Konga was the better Donkey Kong. And so a lot of that was due to those damn bongos. I mean, talk about unique accessories. Come on, talk about them. Of course, you couldn't just stop the one use for these things. I mean, they're bongos. There's a million things you can do with them, all of which are Donkey Konga based. Donkey Konga 2 is basically just more of the same now with an updated summon list. Same can be said for Donkey Konga 3, though that one never left Japan. He wanted to make the most out of these bongos, and after re-releasing the game, he would stop right there. I mean, people refused. This was Donkey Kong Now. A bongo's bitch, because Nintendo's development team really pumped out Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, brand new Donkey Kong platformer for GameCube designed around using Jungle Beat is a very well-designed and fun game, and the Donkey Kong platform developed in-house at Nintendo ain't something to complain about if you weren't in the house next to it. Donkey Kong's turning on handheld was just as normal, though. Outside of the country games, we got DK King of Swing on the GBA in 2005, developed by Pam. Now, who is Pam? The developer of DK King of Swing, of course. Instead, they seem to be mostly a support studio, which involves and helps getting things done. But this happens to be one of their few sole development credits. This is a fan-only chunk, and it's something only they can do. Disappointment. I mean, this one isn't bad, it just feels deeply generic. It's just gonna for any franchise with an added Donkey Kong code of beat. It's just a puzzle platform, nothing to do with it. So, oh my god, when I look at this, I want to feel! Grab onto these walls and continually move clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on what you grab them with. It's a fine idea, it's just execution is bland. Besides, John King of Swing was the closest you really got to a traditional DK game outside of Jungle Beat. What is that really? Oh, Jungle Beat only retained Donkey Kong, Bananas, and Barrels from DKC. Outside of that, that's what I'm saying! Leon King crafting new and simple Donkey Kong based experiences for handhelds, such as Dream Edition and Ken for a King of Swing sequel on Nintendo DS, DK Jungle Climb. God damn, I mean, DK King of Swing was simplistic looking, but at the very least it had some sort of funky style to it. This is just pathetic. Like, don't do that! Japan was out of the DK series. Powerful experiences. Square came back one last time to develop a Nintendo DS remake of Diddy Kong Racing with more Donkey Kong references and help. Both in 2007. So Nintendo was coming out DK spin-off like mad this year. Why not another? Hey, so we have one series of DK spin-offs made by Payout, and another focused on racing using Donkey Kong Racing for several every day, and another that will give you victory. So for the third Donkey Kong spin-off in 2007, let us combine all three and say, oh, what the? The Donkey Kong series has been through so much, and that's what its therapy sessions are like. This era of the franchise can definitely be attributed to Rare's acquisition by Microsoft, but all Nintendo knew how to do was to contract companies to make spin-offs for them, and so they eventually found a new home for the mainline series with Retro Studios in 2010 with Donkey Kong Country Returns. But before that, we got one last whimper from this era of spin-offs, 2007. Why didn't you ever hear anybody talk about this game? Because everybody who played it black and white Donkey Kong Barrel Blast. The 10th Commandment, generally considered one of the worst Nintendo games of all time, Barrel Blast sits at a 46 on Metacritic, which is the same as Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, Sportsman Ball, Wonderworld, Aliens Flying Marines. Some of the most notorious bad video games of the 21st century, and Donkey Kong Barrel Blast is great. I was like, is this reception fair, or is it a bunch of game reviews with fall? Now, I have heard some people say this game is unfairly hated. I've also heard voices in my head. So who knows? Maybe it was just a misunderstanding. She may have killed my brother, but maybe he was lying. Barrel Blast was developed by Payon. Once again, I guess Nintendo saw them as the home of DK spin-offs back then. What an honor. This title was originally announced at E3 2006 for the Nintendo GameCube under the name DK Bongo Blast. You can see a few instances of King of Swing inspiration, such as Donkey Kong's player icon here, as well as just using the abbreviation DK in the title. But this was a completely different beast from what Payon developed before. This was a racing game, and not just any racing game, a bad one. This was set to be the 5th game compatible with the DK Bongos. 6 if they had courage. But hey, this looked like another interesting and creative use of the accessory. The one problem, I demand phallic jokes! E3 2006 was definitely a passing of the torch between the GameCube and Wii. Nintendo was preparing for its next console after the last one sort of flopped, though not without a few last releases for that struggling GameCube. Nintendo wasn't gonna end their system without a bang. 2006 gave us Chibi Robo, Odama, Baten Kaido's Origins, and the death of Gerald Ford. While Nintendo was planning to support the GameCube in its last few years, most of the titles in development were pushed towards its successor, the Wii, even if those titles were already revealed and demoed at events running on GameCube. The most notorious was The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, which did still end up releasing the GameCube, though this was more so out of obligation. Super Paper Mario was originally shown for GameCube, though that version was scrapped entirely in favor of it being a Wii exclusive, and much like that game, DK Bongo Blast quickly moved over to Wii as well. The change was announced roughly 3 months after it debuted as a GameCube exclusive, because the Wii lineup without it just made no damn sense. By spring of 2007, it was confirmed to only be releasing on Wii, renamed Donkey Kong Jet Race in Europe, and over here, Donkey Kong Barrel Blast. Europe. And with the launch in Japan on June 28th, 2007, North America on October 8th, and Europe on January 25th, 2008. They were a late bloomer. And 2007 was a monumental year, one of the biggest years ever for gaming and DVDs. Something had to give. You couldn't experience everything, so when Barrel Blast launched, many players had to choose between maintaining abstinence and playing Barrel Blast. Those poor bastards never looked back. I've only played this game for a bit. That's basically just grazing a crotch. But that tells me I am the chosen one. I tried playing it before. I couldn't. So I tried another copy, and about 40 copies later, it sucked. But I made some progress in the game, okay? I can withstand this. I am immune to this game's spooky groin expansion. And it will not affect my schedule. I have things to do tomorrow. I've tried being late in the past, but not anymore. I'm tired of no sex being shunned in society. I'm tired of being the virgin in the haystack. I'm no longer following society. Society's gonna follow me. And everybody's gonna have not sex and harmony. Nobody will feel left out. And I'll get recognition. A custom mug at least. I could use a bodyguard to ensure no one necessarily cross enters the premises, but I must go forth regardless. With great power comes great virginity. I will restore chastity to this world. I can beat Barrel Blast without having sex. Impractical. The door wasn't locked. My sirens are going off. Goes off whenever somebody's trying to. You know, sometimes we don't look for obvious things. Something should be like eating beyond me.
That wasn't that
There wasn't an air monitor? As sure as I am cordial. Anybody trying to lose their virginity? I've loosened my virginity. You know what that thing's capable of? It's a ticking time bomb of testosterone! Hey, I'm taking precautions. As somebody who's not a fan of sex, let alone your I have an obligation to society to prevent you from mating, okay? This thing ruined my family, and it gave us more of them. And I appreciate that, but the only way we can live in a sex-free community is by beating this game to break the curse. And I could use your help. Normally I'd cry and bitch about the thought of doing anything in relation to that game, but I'm a pretty open-minded kind of guy, okay? And I'd do anything to unban the act of no sex in society. I'm in. So the only way to stop f***ing is to start f***ing? Yep. And we're about to film our first sex tape. Donkey Kong Barrel Blast or Donkey Kong Jet Race. Which one's the better name? The one that's not this. Shake the Wii Remote and Nunchuck to race? What is this, some kind of shitty game? Obviously with the jump to Wii, they had to include Wii Remote controls, and these seem to be a direct conversion of how your integrity will be lost with the DK Bongos. But hey, the Wii supports GameCube controllers. You can play GameCube games on the Wii, including all the DK Bongo games. Hell, some Wii games allow you to use GameCube controllers, so of course, with Barrel Blast being designed to use the DK Bongos, it just makes perfect sense for the final release to support the accessory, or at the very least, the traditional GameCube controller, as it was clear you could use it with older builds of the game. But of course, what makes more sense? This game doing that, or realizing I have trust issues?
Lucky you! That's the first step to not getting laid.
So that's what foreplay sounds like. Gotta say, Barrel Blast is one of the quickest loading Wii games I've ever played. Didn't even flinch. Unlike me, that's all I'm doing. Look at all these options. We can play 4 tracks in a row, not play 4 tracks in a row, not play 4 tracks in a row faster, not play 4 tracks in a row, and not give a shit. On the right-hand side, we can check out Cranky's Flight School, records, options, and Candy's challenges.
This is gonna pose a problem.
Well, let's start off with a Jungle Grand Prix. We choose our character. I got Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, and Epidimal Hypertension. But right below them are the Kremlings from the Donkey Kong Country series. Turns out the character roster here is focused on the Kongs versus the Kremlings, light versus dark, good versus evil, Christ versus Satanism. Every Kong has to have a rival, and because of that, half of these Kremlings were created just for Barrel Blast. Yeah, there's only like a handful of Kremlings that are legitimate characters, so Bayon had to go out of their way to craft Kludge. Yep, that is not organic. Come on, you had loads of Kremlings to choose from. We live in a world where Klubba exists, and you're just not going to take advantage of that? I mean, it's kind of a cute idea to build your character roster out of the concept of heroes versus villains, but I think they finalized that idea before going... So in comes the Kremlings. We got Critter with Kip and Cass as newcomers. Who are Kip and Cass? Well, Diddy and Dixie Kong's rivals, of course. Thank you, Dad. I'll pick Donkey Kong because I need a character. Diddy and Dixie Kong's rivals, of course. Thank you, Dad. I'll pick Donkey Kong because I need a character flaw. Rookie difficulty, Topaz Cup, and DK Bongos because this game supports them and I'm not narcoleptic. No support for the DK Bongos, the entire reason behind this game's concept, the entire reason this game exists in the first place. Now, it's just shake the Wii Remote and Nunchuck to race. Yeah, well, that's not a selling point. That's a cautionary tale. The Wii's appeal was that the motion controls mimicked real-life scenarios, which is why Mario Kart Wii came bundled with the Wii Wheel and had you steer as if you were driving a car. That was legitimately exciting for casual audiences back then. But Barrel Blast came out earlier, and what does Barrel Blast do to simulate driving with this immersive motion-based video game controller? Suffice to say, I failed my initial driving test. So, Donkey Kong Barrel Blast is a racing game in DK
That'd be me.
designed around the DK Bongos. Of course, all characters have rocket-powered bongos attached to them at all times. Naturally, by hitting them, you accelerate and can move left to right by hitting left to right. Now, with the bongos peripheral, it's obviously one big, giant, stupid excuse to use them, but a creative and somewhat charming one at the very least. Without the bongos, it goes from stupid to just fucking dumb. Take the controllers if you're banging on the bongos. Wow, it's so realistic. This is the best way this game could have possibly been played. It's almost like I'm actually banging on bongos, and only the Wii Remote replicated this sensation. Here's the thing though, you may think that you have to shake the controllers throughout the whole race. No, all you have to do is shake them enough to get that nice
I can feel the adrenaline leaving me by just watching this video.
And to shift from left to right, shake left to right. Jump by smacking both of them down. It's pretty simple. So is murder. You ruined a perfectly good jet barrel race game with motion controls, Nintendo. Why do you keep doing that? I'm not going to say these controls don't work, but that doesn't mean I'm not thinking it. Well, this functions. It's far from enjoyable. It's tolerable at best. You make like this only works when you go all the way with it, i.e., bongos. Simulating that gimmick rather than just doing it makes the entire experience feel unnecessary. Like, what's the point? See, they wanted to design a racing game around that old peripheral, much like how Jungle Bee was, with these both feeling like the developers were challenging themselves. Let's make a platformer that uses bongos. It worked, but definitely made the game a bit inaccessible, so when they brought Jungle Beat over to the Wii in 2009, they tweaked the title to be playable with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck, which made it easier to appreciate Jungle Beat from a level design perspective. Though, weirdly enough, its existence felt a bit more forced without the DK Bongos. Still a solid game, though what made it special and unique was gone. You can't just expect a game that was designed to work with this to be just as fun and quirky without it. Yeah, it's easy to play Dance Dance Revolution with a D-pad. Doesn't make you likable. But what if you took Dance Dance Revolution and removed the dance pad, removed the D-pad controls, and forced you to waggle the Wii remote in the direction it tells you? Do you think that would be stupid? No, that's not stupid. Then Donkey Kong Barrel Blast and stupid. The controls here are dumb. They're just dumb. Imagine if in Mario Kart you had to stand up to use an item. For some reason, you just have to stand up. It's unique. That's this game's reasoning behind its motives. Taking to get to max speed is undeniably irritating. Even though you only have to do it for a bit at the start and then you're golden, every time you face, you lose momentum and you have to shake the controller to get back up to speed. God damn! I mean, this isn't like in Mario Kart where, oh, you got hit, bam, you're back in action in a few seconds. Barrel Blast, everything stops. They just stop. Things screech to a crawl when you get hit. And then you have to get back up to top speed, but if you don't have a great large stretch of land to shake you, if you get hit in a field full of obstacles, or God forbid, at all, it's a bitch to get up and running again. And you have to deal with the shame and embarrassment of going 10 while everybody else is going 20. This is one of the slowest damn 8 racing games I've ever played. Heather disagrees. And it's all made worse by the fact that all the tracks have bumper lanes. You can't fall off. You can't go off course. You can't lose at the game. You can just do really poorly. So you pretty much cruise through the level automatically. You can't fall off the track. You can't veer it off the track. You can't go any faster than this. What's the challenge? Having honor. He wears on you. Not even physically, but mentally. Constantly hearing the bongo taps come out of the Wii remote speaker, doing the same movements with your arms over and over again while falling deeper and deeper to the same core values. I can't do this anymore. I feel cold. I can tell. I may be able to withstand a video game for the betterment of society, but my immune system can't. Jesus, you look horrible. Hey, you need nourishment. I need no sex. Stat! That can't be delivered. You can't mail hazardous materials. No sex delivery. He's a vigilante. I prefer the term felon. This is a gun. Hey, nice setup.
This is a gun. The curse. I should not be watching this. It's making me start to look like that guy, the guy who had to be forced to play that game.
You want to stay? I got 3 more of them. So I'm trying to stop sex, and I need help doing it, so I have Rex over here guarding me, making sure I stop sex without having sex, but he can't handle all this sex. So I was wondering if you could stick around to resuscitate him if possible, so I can continue to not have sex while having sex, while Rex guards me, while you guard Rex. That would be great. Hey, was that a monkey with sunglasses? Is this what the gun was for? To be fair,
the gun was for? Quentin 2022.
You want to collect them to fill up your
That's pretty much me whenever I play Fortnite. When someone just says something stupid.
It's fundamentally just a boost that you pull off by holding the analog stick in whatever direction to charge and letting go to accelerate for a bit. But running into other players, enemies, or barrels laid across the track while one is still in effect continues the wild move for longer. So if you string together enough combos, I mean, do I have to spell it out for you? Pulling off wild moves effectively is how you get far in Barrel Blast, so you want to pull one of them out when you see a string of barrels or some other obstacle you could ram into. This is the defining element of Barrel Blast's game design, boosting into things and creating combos, and you know what? It might be something I consider to be enjoyable. Wait! When you're boosting and trying to maneuver to the nearest obstacle that you can combo into, this is when the game is fast. Trying the Barrel Blast game design, boosting into things and creating combos, and you know what? Might be something I consider to be enjoyable. Wait! When you're boosting and trying to maneuver to the nearest obstacle that you can combo into, this is when the game is fast, frantic, when it has more strategy. It's satisfying to pull off a large string of wild moves, but it just doesn't happen enough. Oftentimes, there's only like 2 sets of barrels near each other, so it's like, okay, that was pointless. Obstacles aren't set up in enough ways across all of the tracks to make this a compelling gameplay element, and most of the time, there's too much shit in the way, like these steel barrels. These don't count. But much like life, you can always resort to violence to shit out. You can beat it, all with the A button. So you can punch enemies, opponents, and barrels with A, use items with B, pause the game with plus, back out with home, turn off with power, throw it out with spite. But before all of that, you want to check out these items you can pick up on the track. Any mascot kart racer needs fun and creative items to use against other players, and Donkey Kong Barrel Blast? Oh, joke's on you, those aren't carts. This one gets you bananas. This one gets you more bananas. This one is bad bananas. The items in this game are boring as hell. Most of them feel like they kind of do the same thing, and that there's no real strategy strategy to using them. It's just get an item,
This
use it
game's so
immediately.
scary to me.
That's what I do with all of them. Well, just
legitimately.
like items have
I
equivalent
need
Mario
that to
Kart.
be diverted.
There's so much flavor here. What, the blue shell? Yeah, it targets the player in first place and explodes on impact. Quox? He flies to first place and takes 10 bananas from the player while pecking at him. Watch out, motherfuckers, I have Quox. Whoa, it scared me there. Stop sucking the stink. I wouldn't even had one. But then you have Squawks, which flies up to the player. Stop sucking the stinks. I wouldn't even had one. But then you have Squawks, which flies up to the player in front of you and stops them from using wild moves. Mini Neki goes to the player behind you and takes 10 bananas from them, which is just the same as Quawks, but it's punching down and looks completely f***ing different. Worcestershire? Frog Monkey gets sent up to the players in front of you and gets rid of their bananas, so it's the same as Squawks, but it just makes you look like an ass. Oh wow, the Tasty Melon makes you invincible, and you haven't played this game. Why? The Blazing Banana gets laid out on the track and makes opponents lose bananas if they hit it. Oh my god, just each other already. These items are boring as hell and are just a means to an end. Each one is so specific in what it does, and it's not readily apparent based on how the item looks. How most of the time after I use an item, I still have no clue how it works. Like, oh man, I got an item. The f*** do you want me to do with this info? Now, there is a special gimmick with these things. The item boxes are balloons, both blue and red. Red balloons are for the Kongs, blue are for the Kremlings. But you can go through either or as one or the other. If you go through the balloon color of your team, your item will be a little enhanced. So since the melon is only in the red balloons as a Kong, you'll be invincible for longer. Since Mini Neki is only in the blue balloons as a Kremling, using them will not only nab 10 bananas from your opponent, but remove a wild move of theirs as well. And this mentality applies to pretty much every item in the game. Where would I be without him? I know, horrible idea, but not necessarily a creative one. This feels like such a surface-level fan idea for a new Mario Kart game. Ooh, different item boxes for different characters. How about different tires, but only for Lemmy? Well, this is a racing game, so it all comes down to the course design. 16 tracks included across 6 cups. A great deal, I say as I'm paying for college. I mean, 16 tracks is going right for most Mario Kart titles, so at the time of this game's release, Mario Kart games are starting to include 32 courses, 16 new and 16 retro. No worries, no worries. Donkey Kong Turtle Blast is a new concept for humanity. You can't expect it to have everything Mario Kart has right out the gate. It's a newborn, an infant. Treat it with respect. 16 tracks overall, that's nothing to sneeze at. Let's see them.
Jettison the spare parts.
I do. We got DK Jungle, DK Jungle Falls, which is more DK Jungle, DK Jungle Sunset, which could be anything. Salty Sea, Shimmering Sea, Open Ocean, all side tracks, Mount Dynamite Remix. They didn't even try to hide that one. You see what the problem is here? Yes, there may be 16 courses, but when there are only 7 distinct themes, there can be 40 of them and it would make a difference. And with every track basically being on rails without being able to fall off the course, it's hard to tell each one apart and pick favorites outside of the limited themes. Oh, why do you like DK Jungle Falls compared to DK Jungle? Well, I like this barrel being there instead of that barrel being there. And 6 cups? Yeah, sure. The final 2 are Selection Cup and Random Cup. The former giving you the ability to pick whatever 5 tracks to play in a row, and the latter being a random assortment of 5 tracks being played in a row. Why stop there? Why not a Random Selection Cup, where they give you a random limited assortment of tracks to select from? Why not a cup that lets you schedule when you want to play it? Why not a cup that's a calculator? God, there's so many options here. I could imagine doing this alone? With another person? Maybe even 4. Why would you though? To see 5 of the 16 tracks have bees as an obstacle? That's more impressive than you may think. Were bees in Citizen Kane? Maybe not. But they were around during Genghis Khan's raid. They did nothing about it. Hey, let me watch my apes in peace. Yeah, thick wax! Oh, come on, you're just being a fucking loser. Oh, I haven't lost anything. Guys, it's really hard to stay abstinent with all this shouting. Here. Mark him with this so I can always tell which one of us is a fucking creep!
With ruggables, washable rugs, picnics on the floor are always a good idea. If you spill...
What does the A stand for? You're a fucking creep! Playing through the cups, you can unlock a decent selection of the characters. You get the mainstays, Lanky Kong, Funky Kong, Tiny Kong, Clutch, Copter. Were you expecting a crocodile with an afro? Good. The rest of the characters you unlock via Candy's challenges, an excuse to ogle a monkey. Just go to the zoo! Here we have 32 challenges to complete, where you only play as Donkey Kong, with characters like Wrinkly Kong, Cranky Kong, Clump, and King K. Rool being locked behind certain ones. And there we have it, the final roster. You know, with half the Kremlings being original creations just for Barrel Blast, I have to once again severely question the choice to make this roster heroes versus villains. There are so many other characters from Donkey Kong that could have and should have made it in before Clutch. I believe in what I believe. But it's all worth it to see a full lineup of characters I'll never use. Plus, they all have their own unique stats, so if you needed a reason to use Clump over Clutch, you don't. But to get to this point, you have to go through some of the most tedious challenges I have